says tourniquet the limbs. So like if you cut the body apart, you tourniquet the limbs, you pack the junctions, and then you seal the core. So those three, you can remember it really.
Well, I just brought up, say if they get their hand cut off, putting a tourniquet here or down here is going to be, depending on how long the tourniquet's in place, okay? So if you have a tourniquet here and you go 5 hours, they're probably going to lose this part of their nerves, okay? If you put the tourniquet up here and it's 5 hours, they're going to lose all the nerves in their arm. So that's why I'm saying, he brought up, well, just do the whole limb. Yes, you can.
And with these 8-watt radios, I live north of Waterloo, and I can hit the Fort Wayne repeaters from Waterloo, and I just have a mag mount car antenna on the roof of my pole barn.
There's a gas station in West Texas. My silly ass daughter decided when she was about that tall, when we told her not to play with the ringer washer, to plug the ringer washer back in, fire it up and stick her fingers on the ringer. Sucked her arm right in. Her arm blew up like a balloon. She had a big old gouge where the ringer just kept running. It was smashed down tight. Went in, checked it out, bones weren't broken, wrapped it up with some Icamol. I don't know if you know what that is. It's great stuff for pulling liquids out of them. Wrapped it up, put a little pressure on it, went and got my buddy, the Navy corpsman that was going to school for nursing, and he lived behind us about 4 miles away. He looked at it and went, I don't know what the hell to do with that. But she's fine. She still has a scar on her forearm, but she's fine. You just assess the situation. Never had to take her to the doctor. She was okay.
All right, so first off, good morning, everyone. I'm gonna introduce myself and then introduce you to Oathkeepers, what we do, how we do it, things like that. So my name is Derek Samet. I'm the State Security Coordinator with Indiana Oathkeepers. My background, I got 5 years in the Marine Corps, 2 deployments, 1 to Fallujah, 2nd to Afghanistan, got off active duty in 2009. When I got out, I was looking for, like-minded people like myself. Came across Oathkeepers. We teach you basic safety, how to handle the weapon safely before we let you fire any live ammunition with us. You got to demonstrate you can safely handle a firearm, and you're going to use your own. Once you demonstrate you can safely handle a firearm, we'll do some live fire training, combat techniques. So all of these things are things we teach. Well, what do we do? Okay, as Oathkeepers, what do we do? If you have a protest going on and you perceive a threat, well, we'll look into that for you. We'll look into it, we'll document it, and then we'll hand it off to law enforcement. We do not act outside of law enforcement. We always let law enforcement know what we're doing, when we're doing it, and where we're doing it, okay? If law enforcement tells us, no go, you can't be there, well, we're not gonna be there. We're not gonna break the law, and we're not gonna violate anybody's rights either. That's our mission. Protect you and your right to exercise free speech, or any constitutional right for that matter. Carry, whether it's concealed or open, right? You have a right to do that. We have experts on the Constitution that will teach you about the Constitution, so you know what you're talking about when it's time, okay? Too many people have read the Constitution but don't understand it, or not enough people have read the Constitution. We'll introduce you to the Constitution. Make sure you understand it. Make sure you know your rights. Make sure you know what the government is limited, their limited powers, what they can and can't do, okay? This is all understanding your rights. Make sure they don't get violated. And if anybody violates your rights, well, they're in the wrong. So We educate you on the Constitution. We educate you on weapon safety. We believe heavily in weapon safety, right? We have the Second Amendment, which allows us to keep and bear arms. So you should be safe while doing that. Whether you're traveling, carrying, safety is key, right? You might have a family. We all here at Oathkeepers, we have families, we have regular jobs, right? So you need to know how to properly store your firearm. We will tell you what's safe and what's not. You need to properly handle your firearm, especially around your family, and we'll teach you how to do that.